This is Boxing Tickets NI in association with that prize guy. We're here at the Devenish, delighted to join my victorious Barry the Beast McReynolds. I would probably say probably happy with the 4 rounds, but you've obviously you've ice in your hand, you've obviously a couple of stitches, but I guess overall probably a good night at the office for you.
Oh, you know what? I actually really enjoyed it. Even though I had to overcome a lot of things there. Obviously my hand went in the first round. I hit my left hook at the top of the head and just felt it go straight away. Then in the last round I got a nick over the eye. There's maybe 2 things in boxing. Since I was 9, never had a cut or a broken hand. Got both in one fight. So it was good, like good experience.
I was going to say, do you now feel like a boxer now? You've obviously had a cut, you've obviously had a damaged hand. Now you're going, well, this is what the boxing game's all about.
I've done the 4 rounds, you know, too. I've done the 4 rounds. I've had a broken hand and a cut, so it was good. It's a good night at the office.
I guess in some ways it's good to get them both in the same night, because obviously a cut rules you out potentially for 30 days. Obviously the damage to hands. If you do the 2 in the one night, it's not too bad.
If you look at it that way, like, oh, it's not too bad. No, but no, it was good. I actually really enjoyed it. It's good to get the 4 rounds too.
Does that feel like a proper fight to you now? Obviously you've had 2 stoppages, I guess. People were keeping going on about stoppages, and there's more to Barry McReynolds than stoppages. Like, you have the flashy footwork, obviously you're ducking and diving. Like, you're able to show a lot more of what you're about tonight, rather than people going, you're the beast, you're knocking people out. People can see you're an all-round fighter now.
Yeah, actually I'm a better boxer than I am fighter. You know, it's just these small hole shows, you need to try and make an impression to get on the bigger shows. So you see, when I stayed, I always go out to try and knock people out. But I had to adjust in there after I hurt my hand the first round, and you seen I could do both. I could box and I can fight.
I guess other news, obviously, away from the ring, obviously you're going to become a dad. How does that feeling come to you? Obviously, I guess, you know, in a few months' time, there's going to be another mouth to feed at the table. Like, I guess it's another new thing for you. It's building up, but I'm sure you just can't wait to be a dad.
Oh, I can't wait. As I say, it's nervous too. Like, but listen, if I'm as good as my dad was to me, if I'm half as good, I'll be happy. You know, as long as the baby's healthy and see if it gets my missus' brains and looks, I'll be alright.
She's going to love that when she listens back to this.
100%. As long as it doesn't look like me or box, I'll be alright.
I guess for you, in some ways, obviously, you're able to do your development now. By the time the kid comes along, you'll be getting the title level. So then, obviously, that's when you can start earning money from the sport. But does that sort of amp the thing up now? You nearly feel like you're more of an adult because you're going to become a dad. You're going, I need to be respectful, I need to be a role model. You know, your kid's going to look up to you and stuff like that as well. You're not having to go, Craigie, I need to get out of kid-like ways.
Well, you can put it that way, but I've always felt like I've been an adult. You know, if I had a job since I was 14, you know, I worked full time since I was 16. I've always, you know, bought my own car, paid my own bills my whole life. So, don't get me wrong, parents, you know, I have the best parents ever, like, but I'll work for everything I have, you know, so I always felt like an adult. But now having a wee one here, it's an extra motivation.
I believe you're going to have a wee boy as well, so that's someone that's going to look to you, and 20 years down the line, he's going to become a boxer as well.
Hopefully not, like, end up looking like me.
Like, I guess with the damaged hand, I guess you're going to have to go and see a doctor and swell and stuff like that. Like, I'm guessing you don't want to be out of action for too long. You know, hopefully it's maybe just bruising more than anything, but I think they may be saying it might be a fracture, so you might have a couple of months on the sidelines.
Yeah, it does say I need to go get it checked here. So see what I'll probably be out for a few months anyway, because to be fair, it's bad, like. So we'll see how it goes.
I guess, like, I've seen people recently where they've damaged their hand, they still go and train with one hand. You know, obviously to keep the weight and stuff down and keep ticking over. You know, what a stable you're part of as well. Kevin, part of your Kevin, obviously part of your corner tonight. Obviously, Anto's obviously back in action in 8 weeks' time. Like, what a time for sort of Holy Trinity, and you coming through. Kevin's ready there. Anto's already done it. Like, you've these guys here now showing you the ropes.
Oh, that's it. And, like, Kevin helps me out all the time with sparring and everything, you know. So can't thank him enough. He's someone I looked up to since I joined Holy Trinity when I was 11. So he's a big inspiration for me. Him and Anto.
It's good for you, Kevin, in some ways. Obviously, with someone that's been in Holy Trinity, you've been there. You've sort of come through the ranks. Like 6 years ago, you were moving to, I think, 5-0 in the Ulster Hall, where you sort of come to now, and you're pushing on. But it's good to be able to give back to people like Barry. You know, everybody calls him I call him the Beast. I don't know what everybody else is calling him, but it's helping them with sparring, part of the corner in the fight. Like, this is you move into the next level in the sport as well.
Yeah, of course it's good to get back. Listen, Barry joined the gym when he was 13, 14 years old, and I've watched his career develop as an amateur, and how good he was as an amateur. You know what I mean? He won European medals, 8-time national champion. So the kid's talented, and obviously he's going to learn his craft in the professional game. But he's fine. It's good to go back and help him out. He's helped me as much as I'm helping him. Do you know what I mean? And he's one of the hardest hitters I've been in the ring with, even though he's 2-3 weights below me. And I've said it since I remember sparring him when he was 36 kilo, and I was 60 odds, and he hit me, and I went, "Fucking, I'm gonna have to hit him back here." But listen, he's a great talent. He trains extremely hard, and I think he deserves a shot on one of the big cards. You know what I mean? You see his fighting style is fan friendly, and he carries a lot of power. And when things go sideways for him, he can use his boxing ability. So he's got a bright future in this game, and I think he deserves his opportunity on a big card to showcase his skills and show the world how good he is.
Keevan's obviously been similar to yourself, obviously with injuries and stuff like that as well. So he's a good boy to sort of lean to. Like when you're hearing Keevan speak good words about you, Anto obviously saying if he was going to fight in Belfast again, he'd want you in his cards. Like, is it easy for you to take compliments in that way? Like, I don't think Barry, you're a person that likes to take compliments too well, but when you're hearing Keevan and Anto speaking very good of you, obviously must fill you with a lot of confidence.
I only say it on the camera. See, off the camera, they call me everything. No, it's good. It's good to hear them words, you know, because I'll say there are two people I looked up to, and two reasons I wanted to go pro, you know. So, no, it's nice to hear stuff like that.
Irish boxing's booming at the moment, as we can see, and this kid's going to be one of the best to come out of Ireland. I'm telling you, I've watched him train. I've shared around Spawn with him for the last 10 years, and he's a talented kid, and he did it all in the amateurs, and he can go all the way in the pros if he gets his opportunity. So he trains hard, and there's no doubt that he can go to the very top.
It's just getting the opportunity now. Obviously, you've been lucky. You've had the opportunities. It's getting Barry the opportunities now. But having people like you and having people like Anto singing his praises and telling people how good he is, this opportunity is going to come. And promoters are probably going to be knocking down their door to go, "We want this guy." So it's whoever's going to be the luckiest to get to you first with the right offer.
Yeah, definitely. I think he's a kid that he's okay learning his trade on these small hall shows, but I believe he should be on the bigger shows. He's got the talent. He sells tickets, do you know what I mean? And he's got a fan-friendly style, and he punches very, very hard. So I believe it won't be a matter of time until he's on the big shows and showing the promoters how good he is. And there's no doubt Frank or Eddie or Boxer will snap him up real soon, because he's got the world at his feet.
All right, obviously the people that's coming out and spending the money. I think we've said this in every interview we've done, but they're a crucial part. They obviously help in your development in the sport. They'll probably be feeling more hard for you at the fact that you might be out for a while now, but obviously I'm sure you want to pass on your thanks to everybody that's shown the sport and making this journey so easy for you.
Yes, just like to thank everyone who bought a ticket and showed up tonight. Without that, you know, you can't get on these small halls. You know yourself, they're hard to get on. Like, you know, they're hard, it's a hard old game, the small hall boxing. And without them ones, I wouldn't be here. So I'd like to thank them all, like, and my sponsors too.
Well, look, obviously, hopefully the hand's not as bad as we fear, and hopefully you're not out for too long. But sure, we're still a bit of the summer left, so you can enjoy some of the summer, enjoy some bad food, and hopefully we'll not be too long before we have you back in action.
Hopefully not too long, like, but I will be enjoying the summer too.
Thanks, lads.
Cheers, thank you.